Happy Wednesday, vape heads. Alright, today we're going to be looking at the Sigelei Elite Tank. It's a temperature control tank from Sigelei. I don't know why this is not more popular, but we're going to get into this. I'm going to show you how it vapes on a couple different temp control mods, and we'll go from there, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, so we're going to be popping into this, guys. Sigelei Elite 2 Tank. I got this from Code 3 Vapor. I believe I got it with a coupon code for very cheap. It was like $14, $15. Regular price it's only like $20. It's a very, very good tank for a very low price. It's a sub-ohm tank, and it is temp control. I'm not sure if you can get regular coils for this. I have not checked, but it comes with temperature control coils, and I do actually have... Let me see, on my wall of vape shit, I do believe, yep, that I got some replacement coils. They are the hexagon coils with temp control. In the resistance down here on the box, it says it's 0.5 and 1.2, and the 0.02, which is the temp control. So I'm guessing they do have Canthal or, you know, nichrome coils for this, probably Canthal. And but these are going to be the temp control coils. That's what I'm going to show you, and we're going to show you how it vapes on the EVIC VT mod. And also I picked up, if you saw my post on Facebook in the Vape It Forward Fluffy group, I picked up a Tesla 200 watt temp control mod. I had been building my rewards points at my local vape shop. For every dollar you spend, you get a point, and over the past, you know, months that I've been vaping, I've been spending a lot of money there on, you know, cotton, wires, juice, you know, just other stuff, batteries, things like that. And it has, you know, slowly risen, and I finally bought a authentic Troll RDA today to push me over the limit, and I got a free $75 store credit mod, and I added it to this nice expensive Tesla mod. This thing's beautiful. Carbon fiber. The Tesla 2 temp control, 200 watts. I don't even have this is my biggest mod to date, was the 60 watts. So this is just going to be everything I'm going to ever need as far as wattage goes. And it is a magnetic door here. You know, it's got the dual 18650s. It's a beautiful, very, very sleek. I'm not sure if it's spring-loaded. It probably is. I haven't got to play with this much. I just charged the batteries and popped them in here. So you're going to see me vape this for the first time in temp control with this Sigelei tank. But I'll go ahead and I'll show you what the Sigelei tank comes with. Slide the sleeve off. Pop the top off. Comes with a little instruction manual. It's going to come with extra O-rings. Different colors if you're into styling up your thing, and your drip tip, and extra coil. And the extra coil that it comes with is also the nichrome 0.02 or 0.2 resistance, and the recommended vape range on that is going to be from, you can see that, from 60 to 70 watts in temperature control mode. Now what that means is that you don't want your temperature or your wattage to go above that in temperature mode. I know that you're thinking, but temperature jumps all around. What the hell are you talking about? But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean by that with the EVIC, which is a very sleek temperature control mod. It works very well, and the reason I'm going to show you this on this is how you can control the wattage, and you can lock it in. Let me go ahead and put this in temperature mode. So we got it in temperature mode. I'm going to go ahead and drop this to 520 degrees. We'll start out at 500. Now with the EVIC VT is very sleek, because if you push the button 3 times, it goes into the settings mode. If you swipe left, it's going to drop to your wattage. Now because this recommended vape range is going to be from 60 to 70, we can go ahead and max that out at 60. This is a 60 watt mod, so we're going to max that out at 60. Now what this is if you can see here, so once we got it at 60, now it's say this was a 100-watt mod. If you say I had my Sub-Tank Mini, my Sub-Tank Mini with the nickel coils in it. The recommended vape range is from 20 watts to 40 watts. So what I would want to do is set this to 40 watts. That way when it was heating up to the temperature, it wouldn't jump over 40 watts and blow the coil. You can lock that in so it won't just jump to 60 watts and try to heat up faster. You can minimize your wattage as your vaping temperature control with this mod. That way you're not going to blow your coils or go above that recommended wattage. It may take a little bit longer to get up to temperature when you're vaping it, but you're not going to overdo it and blow your coil. That's why I think this is a great mod, because you can set that wattage and it's very simple and it reads right on the screen. You know, that way you know you're not going to blow your coil. So it's a very, very nice feature to have, and I will be doing a full review on the EVIC VT and all the features and all the specs and all that stuff. But right now, let's just go ahead and get into the Sigelei tank. Now the tank, let's go ahead and read the stuff here in the instruction manual so I can give you the specs. I don't read Japanese, of course. Alright, so the coils is a .02 that they come with. It comes with 2 of them, and it does have a breakdown, but it does not have any. Here we go. So it is 22 millimeters in length. It's going to be 68 millimeters in diameter, or 22 millimeters in diameter, 68 millimeters in length. The weight is 68 grams, and the juice capacity is 3.2 milliliters. So, you know, good size. It does have Pyrex glass, and it does have a very wide bore drip tip for, you know, large vapor production. But we're going to go ahead and pop this off, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the coils reading at .25. But I'll show you how the Sigelei Elite 2 vapes, and I'm going to tell you right now, the flavor off this thing is amazing. This is probably one of the best flavored tanks I've ever had. And the flavor just pops off just great. So I'll go ahead and show you how she do. Very large vapor production, and I'm already feeling that flavor. It really just comes through and leaves a great aftertaste of the juice you're vaping. This tank does suck through the juice rather quickly. I've noticed that. The higher temperature you are, the faster you're going to go through juice. This wide bore makes sure you get a lot of vapor when you're vaping. And, you know, that recommended 60 to 70 watts at the temperature control is amazing with those hexagon coils from Sigelei. Very awesome. I do have the extra pack, of course, for when I burn through these too, because I know I will, because this tank is amazing. For the price, you can't beat it. It does have adjustable airflow. One thing I don't like is it's plastic. It does have the clicky, so yay Sigelei. Does have the clicky, which I love. You know, I don't like the loose rotating ones. I do like the clicky. But it is very difficult to see the airflow hole here through. It's like 3 little, as you can see here, close and get real close in there. It's got like 3 little rings, and there's 2 holes in it on both sides. And I don't know if you can see that here on camera, but it, you know, you can't see nothing when it's closed, and you know, when you are looking at it, unless you have a lot of light, it is very difficult to see through that. I don't like that. I wish it was just a metal ring and it had a visible hole. That's one of the drawbacks to this tank. That's probably the only negative thing I have to say about this tank, is that airflow control is a plastic ring, and it should not be plastic. I mean, come on, we're really putting plastic on our tanks. What if we, you know, what if we're new vapors and we vape this too high and it gets too hot? That might melt. So, I mean, plastic, probably not a good idea. So that's probably the only bad thing I'm gonna have to say about this tank. Other than that, it's just a winner for me. You know, the only thing, you know, other than that is that it sucks through the juice, but I don't mind that. So, you know, let's go ahead and pop this up to full capacity, 600 degrees. I don't recommend vaping like this all the time. It is a warm vape, but the flavor comes through even better at 600 degrees. So, you know, but I wouldn't recommend constantly vaping at 600 degrees, because that's just hot and you don't want to melt, you know, with that plastic. I just wouldn't recommend it. but as you can see, it just drops them clouds like nothing. Awesome, awesome tank. The flavor is amazing, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it does at 400 degrees. So just a little bit less vapor, but you know, it's still coming off even cooler. It's decent. For me, the 600 degrees is still a quite cool vape, but it does heat your tank up rather fast. After 4 or 5 puffs at 600 degrees, this thing just gets hot. And you know, I just am very worried about my tanks getting hot. I don't want to, you know, mess up my e-juice by heating it up too much and separating the chemicals in there, you know, the PG, VG, that stuff. And this thing, I mean, once you take a puff off this thing, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys how much juice this thing uses. I mean, it literally goes bump, 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 bump with bubbles. It's crazy. Maybe it's hard to tell here on camera, but when this thing's got a full tank in it, and you sit here and puff on it for a while, it just starts bubble, 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 bubble. You probably get 5 or 6, 7, 8 large bubbles coming out of there. So this thing really does suck up the juice. The flavor is amazing, and for the value, you just cannot beat it. So I'll go ahead and throw a link down here to where you can get this. Very cheap, awesome temperature control tank. Having a variety of these is awesome, especially if you're trying to, you know, get into the temp control. I actually prefer temp control now. As someone who's gotten into it, I really like it. I just don't know why I haven't gotten into wrapping the nickel yet, but I'm really loving temperature control. But I'll go ahead and pop this on the Tesla, and I'll show you how she do. Maxed out with the 70 watt recommended range. Alright, so for this thing, it is does it click 5 times to turn on, but we're instead of getting into temp mode, we're going to go ahead and hold these plus and minus down to get into temp mode. And we're going to want to pop this up to, I'm going to put it at 500 degrees. So we're 500 degrees. Turn this on. And we're going to set that max at 70 watts because with this tank it's badass and has a crazy ass recommended range. Alright, so we're in temp mode. We got it at 70 watts max, and it's saying it's going to be a 500 degree vape. So here we go on the Tesla 2 200 watt temp control mod with the Sigelei Elite Tank version 2. Seeing that little 10 extra watts just pretty much pushes the rest of that vapor. It's amazing. And I can pop this down to like 40 degrees, and it's just going to start pushing that vapor out as fast as possible. It's going to heat up to that temperature really quick because it's allowing that extra wattage to get up there faster. The wattage will vary and drop, but it is allowing the tank is allowing the mod to get up to 70 watts in the beginning to heat that coil up quick before it's going to have to see, it's going to start producing vapor a lot faster than if it was a 20 to 40. 40 watts, it's not going to heat up as fast as it would at 70 watts, but it'll try to maintain that temperature of vapor. So I'm getting a lot of vapor off of this. So if you do want to get that temperature faster and get more vapor a lot faster, you're going to need a higher wattage coil and a higher wattage mod to get there. You can do temperature control with a lower wattage mod, but it's going to take a little bit longer to get up to temperature, and it's going to take a little bit longer to start producing the vapor a little bit faster. I will get into temperature control a little bit more as in the coming months, is it's becoming a big thing in the vape market, and I really kind of want to help people make the transition. It seems like this is going to be the way it's going to be with mods now. Pretty much all the new mods on the market are going to have temperature control. So if I can inform you guys and help you get into that transition a little bit easier and help you understand it, then awesome. So I got a couple temperature control mods, a bunch of coils for some tanks to get into it. If you have any questions about temperature control, feel free to ask me. I'm not going to get into all the technical stuff about it, but as someone coming into it new, I'm going to give you the basic information that you're going to need to know about temperature control. And like I said, I'll get into that in the future, why it's important, what it's all about, and all that stuff. And I also will be reviewing this in the next couple weeks after I play with it a little bit more. I will do, if you guys want to know a little bit more about this, let me know and I'll go throw another video about it. There's not much more to say other than it's a great tank, definitely worth having for the price. It's got that Sigelei name, that Cadillac, a fucking mod style tank. So why not get a Sigelei tank to go with your new Sigelei 75 watt temperature control mods that are that are just out on the market. But I'll give you guys one more for the road on the Tesla 200 watt temp control mod and the Sigelei Elite Tank 2. Alright guys, take it easy.